Welcome back, Legion, to D20 Live's Legend of the Five Rings Long Game Episode 7. I'm once again returning as Devin for your GM. We are having adventures and telling stories in the Emerald Empire of Rokugan, starting from the far end of the table. Who the hell are you?
Hey everybody, I'm Dave. I'm playing Kinsuke Shiba of the Phoenix Clan.
Hi everybody, I'm Sam, the production manager, and I'm playing Akoto Shizuka of the Lion.
I'm Dom, I'm playing Daishi Togashi. I'm a dragon. I breathe fire.
Trying to make that a meme. I think Mike. I am playing Bayushi Takio, also known as that asshole who lies.
And we are making a meme.
Yeah.
You need to make memes. He's already made a meme.
I'm not good at memes.
She made that.
I made the meme.
You made the meme?
It was at his expense,
At
but...
his expense. Okay, fair enough. All right, so the evening, just to speed things along, the rest of the Ronin over the rest of the evening that are in the town have been gathered to Akoto Totori's place of residence while staying here in Suma. The rest of the dragon contingent that was attacked has welcomes you and has brought you in. In fact, Shizuka, you are requested at the behest of the Topaz champion, the reigning Topaz champion.
Put on your nice Komodo.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You did save her life.
I know. I feel embarrassed now.
I would have set the guy on fire.
Yes, we know.
I'll take your wife. Ha ha ha.
I already took your senpai.
To be fair, I took her senpai.
I took all
Shut
the
up, I was
glory
hoping you
though.
wouldn't talk.
My senpai's been double teamed by 2 men. This is awful.
Please don't draw that.
If you're gonna draw it, not on the Discord. We don't have one of those channels yet.
Or just draw fan art in general for D20 Live.
There you go. The general fan art is nice.
D20 Live.
Yeah. But not Rule 34 fan art. Moving on.
I'd like to get some eventually.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
You're brought into the presence of Kitsuki-san, or Sama, and she thanks you for saving your life the previous evening. She feels that I feel that it would be out of place to show favor, but I wish to thank you for saving my life. So instead, what I would like to do, normally it would be a gift of honor to have you use my blade for the tournament tomorrow, just in thanks. But this is meant to prove your skill with the sword, and your skill with your sword, and your own innate abilities. So if you would like, she pulls it, she looks around, goes to her belt at first, and like, oh, one moment. And she is looking around her space through a couple of different packs, like, where is it? I'm terribly sorry. Oh, here it is. And finds it in a third pack and pulls out a small hollowed out goblet. And then it's like, oil. If you would like, I was the sacred oil from the Dragon Mountains. I would like to have your blade blessed. It will give you no advantage other than peace and serenity tomorrow. It is a simple thanks.
Oh, it'll have an advantage.
She's Togashi, right?
Well, she is Kitsuki.
She's Kitsuki? Okay. Kitsuki-sama, this is a very great honor, but however, saving your life was more...
Please understand, it is an honor that is given in truly not just intention, but in ceremony. I myself believe in things that are far more firmly grounded in reality, but I would be held remiss if I didn't at least offer it to you. Please don't ask me to not do this. As much as I don't believe in it, the people around me very much believe in it and will be disappointed if I don't.
I'm trying to do this 3 times, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it 3 times. It's just like, regardless of how practical of anything is far more important, and I am just thankful that I was any part of helping you.
You are, and it was very clearly the intention of the gods, as much as I do not believe in them. I had those who watched over me for my tournament. Now I watch over you, and I ask that I know the ceremony that you are following. Please, allow me the honor.
I thank you once again And I am truly, truly grateful. However, I have already been blessed by Totori-sama, and I feel like it feels too much already.
Then perhaps you can allow me to give the gift to Togashi-san. He was also there.
You take it. Because when he smells it, you'll win.
If you, as a member of as you said, you have already been blessed by your own champion's kind gifts, then let me bless a member of my own clan then.
I'm trying to figure out how to accept this now. It's just... Oh, if you feel
You
like...
can also accept on his behalf.
On his behalf?
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, if I accept on your behalf.
Do what you like.
Is she stealing your senpai?
Stealing my wife.
See, gasp. Mr. Steal your senpai. Mrs. Steal your wife.
Mr. Steal the limelight.
60 on a roll.
Mr. Steal the alcohol.
We all have the things we are best at.
Just steal your plot.
Yeah.
A honoring of one's clan is always best. And I feel like you would honor me by honoring my friend.
Very well. Very well said. And she thanks you, and you leave. And Daishi, while the evening moves on...
Just because you're being my wingman right now doesn't mean I'm going to take it easy on you.
While the evening moves on, each of you are interviewed as to what happened, what the situation was. So because Rokugani law, proof doesn't really matter. Proof is what a samurai says is the situation. The Ronin are brought in though, and I assume you ask Totori to be part of the proceedings.
I'd love to be.
Yes.
No, I don't ask. I
yeah.
ask if Honorable Totori would like my insight on the situation.
He would. Yes.
And I say I would not be so presumptuous to interrogate anyone in the place of his own interrogators. But if he wants help, of course, being a resident guest in his house, I'll happily do so.
Any insight would be of a help to the Emerald to the Emerald magistrates who are here.
Rock and roll.
So.
Here we go.
Yeah. So, while you are being done with that, a special two other gifts are given. A small ribbon is brought to you with the Kitsuki and Miromoto on either end of the ribbon. Beautiful green silk, something that can be added to your armor at any particular point. And it is a folded origami tree, bonsai tree, which is a symbol for the phoenix, because they oversee the most beautiful bonsai gardens.
That is
so the
meaningful gift.
It is a gift of the origami bonsai tree that the ribbon is brought with in thanks for coming to the aid of the Topaz champion.
Am I allowed to refuse 3 times? And
It's not necessary because it's actually dropped off for you. It's not presented in person.
Damn!
It's the presenting thing that's always the
You
hard
can do it
part.
privately. Go. No, I can't. Yes, I can.
No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
The internal conflict is solved with musicals.
Exactly. And Daishi, you are brought on a flat table of beautifully polished wood, a presentation of a traditional samurai katana cleaning solution, oils, towels, a brush, everything that is needed at the final step of a katana sharpening. And it is a notice that is written in a beautifully elegant hand. A small gift for your aid this evening in aiding to save my life, gifted on behalf of Akoto Shizuka-san, and you see Kitsuki Champion-san. Yeah.
a lot of that going around this whole session, don't we?
Yep.
She's a cat! What have you done?
It's Honorable Akoto-san!
My apologies!
Anyway, when I get back to the end,
Yep.
after the interrogations, which we will assume was very graphic and I can write up in a fan fiction later.
Just quickly, I will say, I see this gift.
Yep.
I bring it into my room. I take the sake that I was going to drink and just leave it outside my room. I don't need it anymore.
Oh, there
I've
you
been
go.
honored.
Love it. Gain a glory point.
Ooh.
See, now at 2.
Oh my goodness.
Do I come up after this is done and I see the sake bottle outside?
Yes.
Just for a brief moment, Daki, I was tempted to be like, I could pour it out and literally leave the bottle on its side by his head. I'm not that big a jerk. But I know I could. And I walk past.
Did you walk
You
past?
seim to have forgotten what I did to you earlier.
He's not forgotten.
Scorpions don't fucking forget.
So, information that you found out during the interrogation is
Hang on, I
that...
need to make a note that I have to get the dragon back for that ship.
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead.
Actually, that's a good thing. I'm gonna
Juriken
write that in my
is not a member of Shyson's household. He used to be a member of Shyson's household. He, in fact, was someone who was an Iron Warrior. He was a Daidoji Iron Warrior. He was sent on a battle to reclaim lands in the Yasuki territory and failed. He was thought dead. And these Ronin have been working with him for several years. They were they have broken bread with him. They have served with him as Ronin for several years, about as long as Doji Shizen seems to recall that Juriken was supposed to be dead and missing. He's been presuming he's been dead for quite a while. Juriken has not been found, quite as Ronin were.
Have all the Ronin that have been caught matched the two faces that I saw that got away?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do any of them know who's financially backing Juriken?
As far as they have told you, Juriken has backed himself.
That's bullshit. He's not clever enough to get a Scorpion cipher.
Roll. What kind of knowledge skills do you have?
I don't know which ones are knowledge skills. Calligraphy, courtier, etiquette, investigation, sincerity,
Yeah.
temptation,
It would be
lore.
Lore. Yes, lore skills.
It's 4 keep 2 though. It's not great.
Okay. Well, what is it? Lore what?
Lore 2.
Of what?
I
It's
don't-
lore is associated with something.
I don't know.
Well, for a Scorpion, it would have been underworld typically, or it could have been history, or it could have been whatever you would want it to be. So a lore has to be bought and associated something. It's
What lore do you think would have been best for me?
underworld would have been.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a lore underworld check, because that's what anything that involves poisons, ciphers, that sort of thing is all underworld.
4 keep 2, not a lot.
Yep. Do you want to spend a void point?
15.
Okay. Do you want to spend a void point?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead and roll and keep an extra die. And mark that you spend a void point.
First void point I've spent this whole time. That's worse. That's a 14.
But I didn't mean you had to re-roll the others.
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
add the other one to it.
Oh.
So just to take the roll again, one die, and add it to your previous total.
Sure. So that was 14
Yeah.
before? No,
It was 15 before.
So 5, which adds to
Okay.
20. So I spent a good void point. Woo!
Secrets and lies, secrets and lies.
That's not enough.
Okay,
gonna have to
so
add, bee
that's
buzzing.
that is a possibility of where he would have got it from,
That's not enough.
or he might be one himself.
I need him. I need to process him.
Okay.
Sucks.
So the next morning comes. Yep.
And I asked the innkeeper if the bells were ringing. If they heard that I tell the innkeeper
Yep.
I left my window open. The bells might have rang in the middle of the night, and I apologize. I asked him if that actually happened.
It did actually,
Only once, right?
just once. What do you?
Investigate because I'd left them out, and I was concerned they might have made a noise when they were
I see.
in the wind. Very good then. I'm gonna go inside my room and roll my fucking investigation.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't leave anything of value in there. I'm not an
No,
idiot.
it's fine.
Remember the Beaver Retriever?
No.
Our cross animal from...
5. Not a great roll.
Avatar.
Only 11 plus 9. 20.
20? Okay. You looked at what you were looking for. The room itself looks completely undisturbed. But what you do see is that the latch to your window has been cut completely. Not bashed in, cut cleanly. And opened, because and opened because you see the bell was disturbed. But once that happened, they likely left. Once it was cut and they moved in and heard the bell, they likely closed the window and took off.
Poke my head out of the window, see if I can see anything disturbing the sill or anything.
You...
Shinobi work for me.
Oh no, the Vogue Shinobi.
Scorpion Shinobi don't come in through the windows or the doors. They're not stupid.
They come in through the floorboards where you least suspect.
No, they hide in the toilet and wait for you to go to the bathroom, and then they realize, what the hell? Where did this back wall move?
No, but what's interesting is even though they cut the latch, the other piece that fell off is no longer there, so it was likely taken with them, which is a good level of detail. And none of the shingles were disturbed, so they are very skilled at sneaking in, but not trained as a scorpion.
Yeah, because if they were a scorpion, they wouldn't have come in
They
through
wouldn't have come in through the window. But they did not disturb any shingles. They did not disturb anything else other than the bell. And the latch that they cut off is taken away. The latch that stayed on your window stayed. They didn't bother with that.
I took the one from my window.
Okay. All right. Okay. The next morning comes, and you are standing about two central rings.
Oh, well, I can't
three,
take a
actually. They look like sumai rings, but they're actually slightly raised, each of them. And there is a beautifully formed tatami mat to match a dojo's flat, polished floors on each of the three rings. The final one, there's the two that are slightly lower, and one that is raised a little bit higher as well, with stairwells reaching up to it. And you see that on each of the two lower circles, there has been a stairway that has been built leading from each of those on a diagonal angle to the final stairway, or to the final ring. The two of you are called, along with your two opponents, to each of these two rings. Yep.
Before anything else, I would like to find Kitsuki Yukimi, if there's time.
Okay, yeah.
I approach her, and I say, it would be Kitsuki-sama?
Sama, yeah.
Yeah. Kitsuki-sama.
She's barely old. She's barely a year older than you, but yes. Yeah.
Kitsuki-sama. I wanted to personally thank you. While it was on behalf of Okoto-san.
Okoto-san.
While it was on behalf of Okoto-san, I vastly treasure and appreciate your gift, and I will use it and I will be using it when I'm in the finals, and I will use it to win. But that is not the only reason why I'm here.
Oh.
I would like to offer you a poem from myself, as well as part of my services.
I do appreciate that. I do appreciate the former. The latter is unnecessary, especially since after the finals I will be but a simple Kitsuki and no longer a champion.
Please allow me to offer it at the very least.
Of course.
So firstly, an art of beauty, depicted over your skin, a symbol of life. Should you choose, I would like to offer my services as a tattoo artist, and for no charge at all, give you whatever depiction you desire upon your skin.
She, even though those around her don't entirely seem to approve of it, she nods her head. Like, I've always found the designs of the Izezumi sect to be quite beautiful. I appreciate that, and may very well take you up on that one day.
I certainly hope so. One way or another, thank you very much.
No, thank you. And I look forward to seeing your performance.
And then I go to find Shiba Takako.
Takako, yeah.
And I say to him,
Her.
I say to her, Takako-san,
Yes.
in all sincerity, best of luck in our fight, and I would like to offer you some words that I have crafted
Oh.
to show my appreciation for you, one way or another, for how this turns out.
Thank you.
A clash of sharp blades, a struggle for true glory, a battle well fought.
I'm afraid I don't have a gift. I've never been one to speak well of words despite my heritage. But thank you for that. That was elegant, succinct, and well-intentioned. Very much appreciated. Gain an honor point.
Devin.
Yeah.
I would like to ask the tournament organizers if I would be able to set up a Sumi board so that I might capture the final duel in ink.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the there you are actually the people around you are tell you what, the organizer actually says that's a very fine thanks you for your fine request, and considering the actions that were spoken of you last night and the work that you have done, instead how about I set up a tatami mat on the tournament floor so that you may have the best view of it.
That is greatly appreciated.
So gain a point of glory as you are actually brought onto the tournament floor for the Topaz Championship while you can record these moments in ink.
Yeah, boy!
Now is that a point one?
Single point of glory, yeah. Because you have you see and have the weight of all of the eyes of the attendees of the Topaz Championship on you while you're stepping out onto the sands where they are raised.
So that would take me from glory 1 to 1.1.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Glory or small increments.
No, that's perfect.
Okay. All right.
That would be lovely.
So, we will start with whichever one of you rolls the higher rolls higher on a D10.
4.
Oh.
Okay.
Devin,
Yes.
I'm making 3 pieces
just
of
occurs
farts.
to me.
Man, I talked about big game. If I
Okay.
fuck up, I'm so screwed.
It's going to be caught
I'm gonna lose
on
all
my
my
really
yes.
slow Polaroid.
Made my greetings to the former Topaz champion.
No, you have not.
Can I wait for him to warm up?
Yep.
I'm not going to do it while he's fighting,
Okay. All
'cause
right.
that would be douchey.
Okay. I love the look on that face.
My eyes twitching.
And I, of course, have the appropriate gifts, because I wouldn't not have them.
You're not quite on a doji's level of appropriate gifts, but yes. Yep.
And just, I go up and give my normal greetings to her, and as is polite. I'm
Yep.
not getting anything out of it for this
Yep.
time. But just as I'm giving them away and he's warming up,
Yep.
I just go, and may I embrace you as kin.
That would not be terribly appropriate.
Between hands.
But between hands. She gives you the hand.
See a little bit of fire.
Because touching is not allowed in Rokugan, but she has her mailed gauntlet on,
Yeah,
so she allows you to touch her mailed gauntlet because there's metal between your skin and hers.
All right. I bow politely
Yeah,
to her,
you never touch skin in Rokugan. Bad.
and I just go,
Except
I
unless
just
you're
mouth
married.
to you. Now, Raven. I've been closer to you than you ever will. Oh, my revenge is so good.
And this is the closest we'll get to player-on-player violence in one of these games.
Daishi is so mad at you, but I am so proud of you, Mike.
Because if I had done that legitimately during the tournament, that would have been active sabotage. And that
Oh,
would
yeah,
have been
completely, yes.
incredibly
Yeah, yeah.
shitty.
Yep.
Let's do this!
I want this easy. You look up at the Shiba and you're like, "Ah!"
Whoa!
Okay, so who rolled higher?
I did.
You did? Okay. All right.
Oh, this is great.
So here's how Jutsu dueling works. Sam, you pay attention to this too.
I am paying attention.
Okay, so actually we'll do this. So keep your rolls. We'll just go Dom followed by you, followed by Dom, followed by you. Both of you approach each other, and as the sun is beating down on your heads, you have what is classified as light armor on, ceremonial armor. So it's going to give you a base TN of 5, or add to your TN of your base TN of 5. Normally it would actually be without armor, but for Genpuku, they don't want to risk new samurai accidentally killing each other. So
Yes.
they put you in ceremonial armor. But normally, formal duels are with no armor whatsoever, nothing but naked blades between you and your opponent.
I'm bringing out the special red ink.
There you go. So there are 3 phases to this: the assessment phase, the focus phase, and the strike. The assessment is basically you're doing a contested roll, and based on the results, I will give you information about your opponent, and you are going to be allowed to back out honorably if you feel that they are well above you. And that is considered an honorable. Like, you are far above my skill level, I bow to your abilities. The second, the focus, is essentially you preparing yourself for the oncoming strike. What it does is 2 things. One, the winner of the second roll, the focus roll, pardon me, will get the honor of first strike. It's not you're letting the opponent strike, it's just you are faster than them. But the higher that roll is, the higher your TN is as well. Okay? And then the strike is the actual strike, and it's to first blood.
I'm going to take up my position on the
Yep.
tatami mat and start
There you go.
preparing the Sumi ink.
So it's basically you
lovely.
guys are in center stance. So if you have any bonuses to center stance, you're going to use them. Usually it's only Crane that has that sort of thing, but sometimes Dragon does, depending on your school. Sometimes Lion does, depending on your school.
Would I wrote
Center
that in
stance.
skills?
That would have been in your school abilities. Yeah.
After they finish the duel properly, I'll roll for my artisan Sumi.
No, I just have my
And
tattoos.
we'll see how nice a piece
How
I
nice
come
a
out
piece
with.
you do. Yep.
I have my thing in school techniques is the way of the line. I think that's to kill somebody, though.
The way of the line is not a center. What does it say?
Mice.
It says, ignore opponent's armor TN. Gain free raise when attacking. And I'm like, I don't
Yikes.
want to...
No, that is
Not doing that.
No, that is not that is not in center stance.
Yeah.
No.
Not doing that at all.
I think I just have my tattoo.
You just have your tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more of a Miyamoto thing at
Yeah.
higher levels because that's
you're
more of a
only
dueler.
rank 1, right?
Yes.
And he's also a Togashi monk, so it's really
Yeah, you
just
you have your
his-
2 inks, that's
his-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 2 tattoos.
Well, it's not going to help me here unless you kill me.
All right. So
Wait, am I allowed to breathe fire?
no,
Oh my god!
and whoosh.
I have the oils.
You do well. You have. You
Set
have
the oil on fire.
Oh my god, flaming
You're
sword.
lighting your fiance's oil gift on fire.
We're trying to be fiance.
We're trying to be fiance. All right.
raised
So
a
your
good
rolls
point.
are
Yes.
basically going to be
You're welcome.
against my you're going to make a an EI Jutsu with assessment emphasis awareness roll. Okay, so figure that out. The TN is going to be equal to 15 for each of you. Your TN will be the same for me because it's basically insight rank times 5, so 5 because you're all insight rank 1 plus 10. So you're doing an EI Jutsu assessment awareness roll versus TN 15. If successful, the duelist's roll reveals one of the following pieces of information plus an additional piece per raise that is successful in this roll. So these are things like their void skill, their reflexes, their EI Jutsu skill, how good they are. Okay?
Right.
But your base TN's 15. You get one piece of information for that. For every successful raise you do, 20, 25, 30, that sort of thing, you'll get more pieces of information. But remember, if you make a raise, that's your new TN. So if you fail that new TN, you fail the roll and don't even get the basic set of information.
Okay.
Okay? So the 2 of you step up to your opponents. Your swords are handed to you, and you each fall into your respective stances. And you look at your 2 opponents. Doji Wakao looking at you with the same fiery intensity that he was looking at the painting the night before. Shiba's eyes almost gain a black pallor to them, like she's looking deep into you. And this is something similar to what you've seen in the monks and the dragon whenever they're deep in their meditations, their eyes touching the void in a similar way that some of your masters do as well.
She's a phoenix, it's not that weird.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it's not that weird, but I mean she is skilled in void as
Yeah.
well. So
She'd be really good at that focus roll.
Yeah,
We generally
same as you
are.
would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she falls, and while your eyes focus on her, you can see the black pallor rolling across her irises. Make your rolls.
All right, so
You're
so
first, buddy.
Crowd is so silent.
for the
The
awareness,
cicadas on the outside of the arena can be heard.
for the awareness,
ready
is it
to
just
just
three
get
keep
that.
3?
It's your awareness plus EI Jutsu. So it would be whatever your awareness is plus your EI Jutsu.
Awareness, so
Keeping your awareness, and then if you have the assessment
4 keep 3.
emphasis, you re-roll once.
But wait,
Re-roll once?
Once.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
okay, right, okay, so 4 keep 3. An explosion.
Woo.
So Sam, have you rolled yet?
I'm waiting for him to finish because I don't want
That's
to...
25.
Okay.
No, sorry, hold on. 26 already.
Okay.
30.
Okay. You would have needed to make raises. Okay, but I'm still going to give you some information.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk the raises.
Okay, all right. So you didn't want to do any raises whatsoever. So that means you're just getting one piece of information.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. I'll give you 2 because you didn't know. Do you want to know her void, her reflexes, her EI Jutsu skill, or her void points?
Void her reflexes, her EA Jutsu. I want to know her EA Jutsu.
Her EI Jutsu is 1. You get a second piece of information.
I want to know what her void is.
3.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you spent all your void points?
No.
And you.
Well, wait. I gain my void points back when I rest, right?
Yes.
Oh,
but
shit, my void points
you
back.
get void points back when you rest, but sometimes they may have spent them earlier in the day, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because he would have remaining void points. Well, no, you slept since you did that, but yeah. All right, so she's a go. So again, raises beforehand, okay?
Yep. Just to clarify,
Yep.
it is the rank of the Iaijutsu plus your awareness for assessment, and then because I have a focus on assessment, I
Yep.
can re-roll once.
Well, on this roll, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I would like to raise once.
Once, so TN 20. Go ahead. So you're going to get 2 pieces of information as well.
Got this, Shizuka.
Yeah. Dang it. Okay, so that's a 9. Do I re-roll ones before I
You re-roll ones before you decide
before I
which
decide?
dice.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I had 2 ones. I will re-roll them.
Ooh.
Good thing you did.
Good thing I did. So
This is entirely different from a crabby Jitsu stance, which is mostly
26.
26.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you succeed. So you can find out his void, remaining void points, reflexes, EI Jutsu skill, and yeah. This is a non-threatening one. Normally you'd be allowed to know what their wound level is if you're doing that in combat, but that's not relevant here.
I would like to know his Iaijutsu.
EI Jutsu 3.
I would like to know his reflexes.
3.
Okay. This is gonna be wild.
Okay. All right. So now focus for this one. All of you are going to be doing an EI Jutsu void roll. Okay. If you have an emphasis in focus, you can reroll ones for this.
But this is based off void, so it's
Yeah.
so for me it would be 4 keep 3 still. No, 4 keep 4.
It's for you four. So
I would like to spend a void point.
you can do that. That's fine. Yep.
So 5 keep 4.
Okay. And you're trying to get higher than your opponents. And on top of that, for every increment of 5 that you beat my roll on, you're going to get higher TN. Okay? You're also trying to beat my roll for first strike.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, 5 keep 4.
Yeah, this is the Mario Kart starting bell.
That's pretty good.
Again, if you want to use void points, you got to spend them before you roll.
Yep, I already did. Okay, so that's
Where's my Shiva? There she is. Okay, I need those.
Silence.
I know, right?
24.
20.
Oh!
So you get first strike,
Okay.
but it's to your basis, but it's to the base TN. You don't get any bonuses to your TN.
Yeah. Well, okay, my TN is 15 plus my armor, which is so that's 20.
It's what your TN is. There's the 5. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I believe, what is it? 5 times your reflexes.
Yeah.
Plus the armor.
Yeah.
20. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hers would also be 20. Right. So you beat her. So you have the right to the right to first strike.
So nerve-wracking.
I know.
All right. Go ahead.
What is my TN currently?
Your TN is what's your reflexes?
My reflexes is 3.
So it's 20.
20.
20?
Yeah.
So my TN is 20.
Yep.
Okay.
You didn't ask for their TN, so you don't know what their TN is.
That's fine. I just wanted to know mine.
Yep, that's fine. So you're basically doing a void EI Jutsu roll for this.
Yeah. May I spend a void point?
Yes, you may.
All right.
So are they.
Okay. That's a 1 keep 1. Oh my god!
Holy shit! Holy shit! 4 explosions.
Oh, but I only keep 2!
Damn.
I only keep 2 though. Holy crap.
Go for the 6 and the 9.
Well, no, you're gonna keep the 2 explosions because those are 10.
I know, but
And
That
that's...
was a joke.
They're like, wait.
Hang on, I needed to breathe.
Yeah.
20, 30,
You
3, 33. No, wait, I had to keep 1 extra. I had an extra keep 1 because I had the void. Hang on, that's 30, 43, 50.
Oh my god. I think she won.
Yeah.
I need a moment.
Jesus.
It's okay.
Before he even put his hand on his blade, you...
Okay.
I think you're going to become Topaz Championship.
Oh my god!
Hey, whoa. She did great.
Yeah, no, but I like her better.
So, what was your total?
50.
50?
Have you ever rolled that well before in your life, have you?
19.
Oh my god!
I didn't roll a single explosion on 7 dice. So you you were able to focus an intense amount. You beat him by 25, 50. You're getting a plus 20 to your TN.
Oh boy!
Now, here's the interesting thing. Because it's the first blood, you're allowed to declare first strike. What first strike allows is you can either gain first strike, or you can nod to your opponent and let them strike you. You gain honor points for that. But you have to be willing to bank on, okay, my TN is now 40.
Yeah.
Do you think that they can hit 40 because this is the first blood?
Right.
So
You rolled 7 fucking dice.
I know.
So, are you willing to allow a cow first strike, or are you going to take it yourself? Basically you would it's if you do you would gain 5 honor points. It's up to you.
At what point when I go up to what point when I go up to 7? Because I am at 6.5.
This would bring you up to 7.
This will bring up to 7.
Yep. Because it's 5 honor points to go to allow an opponent to go first in a duel.
Dropping a hot come at me, bro.
Yeah, so that's basically what she's doing. Dom doesn't have that right because he didn't roll high enough on his roll.
Also, fuck honor in this situation.
Yes.
You know what? I nod.
Okay. All right.
She's going for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's going for it. All right. I need you to make.
Could go all the way.
All right. Here
Maybe.
we go. All right, you did beat, so you have a right to first strike.
Yeah, I'm going to first strike, yeah.
Jutsu reflexes. You need to beat a TN 20.
I'm going to spend a void point.
Good usage.
Or
Good
can I spend an
showing.
honor point?
You don't have honor points. You can make an honor roll, which basically means that you're substituting whatever your keep roll is for your honor rank. So you're keeping reflexes in this case. You can make it an honor roll, in which case it becomes a EI Jutsu honor roll. So you're getting 4, I think. So you have honor rank 4.
My honor rank is 6.
Nope, you said 4 earlier.
You went up 2 points, so it's 4.2.
Yeah, but my ranks are 6, so I'm at 6.6, aren't I?
Your honor rank is 6?
Look, I have 6 circles filled out.
Oh, interesting. Okay, all right. I thought it was interesting. We'll have to work on that later because I did. Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, it
You
would
should
be
have lost
6
points from what I was doing.
from what he was doing.
So then I would have 5, if spending a void point,
not a void point, an honor. You don't.
if I did an honor roll, it would be
6.
4 keep 6.
I would know it'd be 6 plus what's your Iaijutsu?
Iaijutsu, my rank is 1.
Your rank's 1, so that would be honor 6 plus Iaijutsu. So 7 keep 6. But if you fail, like if you roll a whole bunch of 1s, you lose an entire honor rank. It just totally dumps.
Do it.
Daishi's a gambling man.
Okay.
I'll do it.
He seems to be.
So
Wait.
7 keep 6.
Is this the only time I can do it for the day?
Yes. Yeah, once per session, once per day. So you can't do it for her.
I'll go with the void point.
Okay, all right.
Coward.
So 5 keep 4.
We're about to have out of game player violence here.
I'm gonna slash him with a sword.
Poke him in the ribs with an elbow.
What's the name of the god? Something's grace. What is it again? It's
Bishamon's grace.
Bishamon's grace be with me.
That's pretty good. It could be better, but it's pretty
Is
good.
it?
20. You need 20.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
He has 21.
My hands are shaking.
Oh, jeez. So,
Sorry, no,
both
20,
of
he
you.
has 22.
Okay, so both of you
welcome.
shoot at the same time, diving towards each other in the center of the ring. Your swords leave their sayas at the exact same time, and in that moment, you realize everything is on the line. And in that single moment of clarity, you cut just so upwards, miss her sword across your cheek as your sword rises up and cuts the outside of her kimono, and you feel a little bit of blood come off your sword as the fans raise up. All 6 fans pointing towards Wakao, and the crowd
I mean,
cheers.
the Sheba.
Yeah, she's
Sorry.
very well.
I'm sorry, no,
Okay.
sorry, Takako's.
fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Daishi, all the judges. And they all agree. And you are asked to move up to the center ring for the final contest.
I rolled a 19 for that artisan
I
roll.
take that moment, I take that time to polish my sword with the oil.
Okay.
Devin, during that exchange, who was watching the crowd?
What do you mean, who was watching the crowd?
Well, you see, when dealing with sociopaths who are trying to watch something fall apart,
Yeah.
they don't watch the event, they watch the crowd.
I see.
I mean, I'm granted by watching the crowd, I am that sociopath.
Maybe
So-
she could finish her roll first?
Sorry. Just, I'm putting that into him for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You do notice something. But yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna beat TN 40.
Yeah, he's got to beat a TN of 40. All right, here we go.
Rolled a
Iaijutsu.
19
So
for
now it's
Sumi art.
Iaijutsu.
And a masterful stroke it was.
Come on, Shizuka, you can do it.
Three.
33. So I 33 on mine.
So, both contestants move towards the center of the ring, and it is almost a mirror of Doji and Akoto from ages old, striking together. And what you capture, Kinsei, in that moment is what is known to artists as a karmic strike, as both of them hit. Their swords clash against each other, run along each other's blades, and cut each other.
Almost simultaneously.
And the judges and the crowd is hushed
Dun, dun, dun.
as it is a tied moment.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't worry, I caught it in Polaroid.
That was fucking fly.
Photo finish.
Yeah. And Okao slumps over.
Oh my god.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go over to him,
Okay.
obviously.
Awareness check right now.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I have investigations. Let's get that shit going.
Nobody would have been able to poison my blade.
It was handed to you.
2 10s and a 7.
Yep.
Should have raised it, but I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
That's 27 currently. I'm re-rolling these two. 27 plus 8 is 35.
Everyone is rushing towards to this section, and there are guards that are actually lowering their spears towards Shizuka, and holding her in place. Crowd is starting to stand up and try and get a better view of what's happening. But one figure is walking.
And I'm following them. Where's my scorpion boy?
All right, you see, he's with you nearby, but not right away. Yep. Okay. So, and the one you actually see leaving and moving through the crowd is actually one of the ceremonial bearers. One of the people who handed the swords.
I know. That's why I'm going to get him.
Yeah.
I'm just... What's my guy's name again?
Your guy?
Yeah.
I never actually gave him a name.
The scorpion. No, the scorpion who works
He was one of the contestants.
Yeah, the contestant.
Oh, Denbei.
Yeah, it's Denbei.
Yeah,
It's like...
Denbei, yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay, all right, okay, yeah. Thought you meant one of your spies. Like you have several.
I don't
never
name... You don't
Yeah.
name spies. Then they're not spies anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. So Denbei is in the crowd and steps out. Yeah. Denbei moves in front of what are you doing right now? As you're standing at the top of the ring.
I look over to Kitsuki and make sure she's all right first.
Yeah,
yeah, she's all right. I go down and I try to help you.
The guards shove you away. Back. Drop your weapons. Now.
I'm handing it over to him.
And the Kitsuki actually walks up to her and pulls off a section of her robe and wraps the blade in a section of her robe, like, and pulls it away. You didn't do this, did you? And she looks with eyes that have seen through hundreds of lies. You didn't do this, did you? You are walking through the crowd. You see he's leaving.
I didn't do it!
I know, but there's something up! If I know you're hustling, I'm just like,
You see, Denbei is marching in front, and as the crowd is pushing through, and there are more attendees and guards that are flooding into the arena, it's getting more difficult for you to keep up. And as the crowds are starting to gather around each other, you see you hear a scream and a flash of blood that comes up, and Denbei is standing in the crowd as you walk up to him, and he has a tonto that's been driven into his chest. He grabs you. Harrier.
Understood. Are you going to live?
I don't know.
Who do I see that I know can help this?
There are the guards of the household.
You. He's been stabbed.
And the crowd is starting to scream now as more people are moving through the crowd. And
Good, you get to fight a Harrier without weapons. This is going to be fun.
And the people moving to and from, and trying to get to Denbei, especially now that there's been actual violence and blood spilled. What do you do?
Seeing Honorable Bayushi-sama.
It's just Akio.
You may earn the honorable later. Seeing him hustle off. Did I see the guy leave?
You see that he's following someone. Like most of the crowd is headed toward Shizuka and trying to find out what's happening. But there are a few people that are following a line opposite to that.
Okay.
Some of them are guards. And those guards are starting to come to a stop around an individual that seems to be falling over. He is well ahead of the guards, and he seems to be following someone who you can't quite place further on.
I'm going to say...
Daishi, you over here. Kitsuki. She takes her own tanto and runs it along the blade. I apologize, Shizuka-san. And she scratches into her blade momentarily just to pull out what was the oil that's been placed on it. It has been poisoned, yes, and there are several guards murmuring their anger. Miyashoin calling down, "How dare you!" And Kitsuki raised her hand. "Honorable Miyasama, I do not believe it is in the contestant's capacity to have done so. Although, the fact that her blade was the one that was poisoned makes it difficult. Where is the blade bearer?" And Dakio's blade bearer shakes his head and points in the direction of where you are, in the direction of the crowd. Kitsuki sends some of her guards to follow.
Can I quickly make some sort of awareness check to determine if maybe Kitsuki might have been behind this?
You can if you would like. Yep.
Okay,
imagine probably high TN if she is.
While he's doing that, I want to scroll something quickly on the last piece of art I did for their match, and then pick up my katana hastily and go after Bayushi.
She would never do this.
Nope. She would not.
4.
Yeah.
No, I got 9.
So, Devin?
Yep. Sorry, what was that? What?
I take half a moment to scroll something quickly on the last piece of art I did for their match.
Okay.
And then I pick up my katana and go after Bayushi.
You also have your Yumi if you would like. Yep. So, you also have your Yumi if you would like. That's fine. Because you weren't participating. So,
Sage,
yeah,
you-
you were.
I'm actually specializing more in the Yumi and Katana.
Okay,
so
cool. All right. So you followed it. You try and push through the crowd to get through to Bayushi. There are some guards that are calling after you, but are more telling the crowd to stand aside. So you rise. So you are pushing through the crowd. As you're moving through, your awareness roll is enough that
Do you have my bow with me? Do you have my bow with me?
you do have your bow with you if you would like.
Cool.
You see Judikin's face move through a section of the crowd, and then he's gone as he passes behind another one.
I'm not here for
And
him.
then another, as he's passing from one end of the crowd to another.
I know.
And you see he's in multiple places at once.
I'm not impressed. We're Scorpion. I want him to think I don't know.
Okay, all right. Make an awareness investigation roll versus his deceit roll.
Uh, 20... 26.
Okay, so as you're moving through the crowd to try and find him, you look at one after image. Not him. The details aren't right. Not him. It's not the right details on the cloak, the patterns on the kimono.
Does the sword bearer look like Draken? Did the sword bearer look like Draken?
Now that you're actually the reason you're seeing these after images is as he's moving through the crowd, you're seeing the profile of his face. But you, with your perfect memory, says that's him. But then you see him here. No, that's not him. He doesn't have the right eyes. No, that's not him. He doesn't have the right nose. But he has either people who look enough like him that he's able to create this, or he's doing it himself somehow. And then suddenly, you see a flash of steel going for your left side. What's your TN?
50.
15? Okay. All right.
Not exactly wearing armor.
Yep. Yeah, I know exactly.
paper mache. It is made of.
Okay. Take 12 points of damage as the knife bears into your side.
Ah, I'm nicked.
No.
Ouch.
And he drags the dagger out.
I grab his hand.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and make a. Do you have Jiu-Jitsu?
No, I have Kyujutsu.
Kyujutsu? Nope, that's not the same thing.
That's
But you
close.
can. But you can try and fire your bow after him.
No, I'm grabbing.
You gonna grab him? All right. Contested reflexes.
Oh, goody. 2 keep 2. Good to know.
Yep.
This isn't going to work out for me at all. Holy shit, it might.
Oh.
18. One was an explosion. 23.
Wow. So you grab him, he immediately turns, and you already feel from the way he's moving your body that he's very experienced in it. But he just happens to get his hand caught inside your kimono as he's trying to push you away, and it gets caught on the edge of the kimono there.
And I grab onto him. Silk is very good quality.
Go.
All right. So, do I appear at this?
You do, yeah. You see the two of them struggling now, and you see another...
Is he dressed like the sword bearer?
He is dressed as a sword bearer, yes.
Cool.
But you immediately see that he's got Danto, Sai, he's got weapons underneath that are attached to the inside of his
hurry.
Romo. And he's grabbing something as you're approaching.
I draw my sword and go for his arm.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So
He has a TN of...
Ninjutsu.
Good silk. High quality. Very expensive.
He's a TN of 20 base. Do you make any raises? And do you spend any void points?
I am going to disarm raise.
Disarms. Okay. All right.
And
Yeah.
but no void points.
Okay. All right.
Thinking.
So this is 6K3. My just Kenjutsu.
Yep. And you're doing a disarm. Okay. You're gonna need a 30 on that. Baff.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen.
Please make it happen. Can you spend a void point and reroll?
No.
You can't spend a void point. You can spend a void point and re-roll that the whole thing.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't get any other bonuses. You can't spend another void point on it.
Then I shall do that.
Okay, so you can't spend a void point to add to this, but you can re-roll the whole thing again. Yep.
And the TN stays the same.
And stays the same.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's try that again.
Good, buddy.
An explosion.
Yay.
And a 9.
Good. My life's on the line.
And then I've got
Yeah,
a...
7.
I got a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's already 28.
Okay.
So...
That explosion to do something.
It's a 9.
Yay!
So you push through the crowd. Your sword rings out, and as he pulls out a sai that is wickedly sharp and is about to shoot down into and be driven into Bayushi's shoulder.
You see this wave of just the flash creating kind of a fan effect as I do an upwards rise to disarm.
And you catch it in between the tangs and whip it off and whip it out of his hand, leveling your sword against his throat.
It just lands somewhere like, oh god!
Leveling your sword against
my God,
Juriken's throat. Yep.
While this is happening,
Yep.
can I make an intelligence roll? First of all, is Doji Wakao dead?
Thank you.
Doji Wakao is poisoned.
He's poisoned.
He's poisoned. You don't know whether he's dead yet. That's for other people to determine.
One of them's getting stabbed.
However,
It's a long shot, but can I try and
you
determine
realize that-
whether or not my fire breath cauterizing the wound might
okay.
That's not how poison works.
It's not how poison works, but it would definitely cauterize the wound. Yes. Yeah.
Trap the wound inside.
The poison would need to be removed before anything is cauterized.
Well, can I make an intelligence check to determine that? Or would I know
yeah.
that innately?
Yep. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so 2, keep 2, I guess.
Yep.
Void points.
Thank you, void points.
Yes. I'll praise the void points.
I'll praise the void points.
14?
You don't get to, you know enough about herbology from your time within the dragon. You don't entirely know how poisons work, but you would presume that cauterizing it without the removal of the poison would be a bad idea.
Can I say to the guards, please, I would like to try and suck the poison out.
They look to you like, are you trained in it? Are you certain?
Is anyone here?
We don't have one nearby yet, no.
What else do you have?
We would normally bleed him, and you see they're actually holding him over and letting the wound bleed out partially. And the Kitsuki is saying we need water, we need clean water. Ordering them, we need hot bandages. We need to cut away the rotted flesh of the wound, and they're scrambling to try and get this stuff.
I'm
But you
capable of breathing fire. Let me know if you need it.
She looks at you. These Izumi have strong constitutions. If anyone can do it in this short period of time we have, it is you.
Okay,
Do you go for it?
I go for it.
Okay. All right.
Don't blow.
All right. Make a
One chance.
your earth ring.
But
If
you
you're-
shouldn't blow because you'll push the poison in deeper.
It would be a raw earth ring roll. You haven't done your honor roll yet. You can use that if you want. But this
So
roll,
my-
your raw earth roll, is to resist the poison.
My earth is 2,
So you keep 2 to resist the poison.
but if I use my honor, which is 6,
Maybe 6, keep 6.
I'll do it.
Okay.
To save Wakao.
To save Wakao and to impress Kitsuki.
Double!
One of those is honorable.
Someone's getting a mirror.
You see there are guards that are starting to circle Juriken as one of the other guards looks to you. It's like, Bayushi-san, are you alright?
Yes, apparently a shinobi of some kind. I should have to have him processed by the scorpion, of course.
I got him.
6 keeps 6, right?
He looks to you and
no,
spits in
not
the
you.
ground. I am no shinobi. Shinobi are worthless cowards. I fought for my clan, and one of Jason's guards slaps him across the face. And we will hear your words when it's necessary. And they bind up Juriken.
Put one in his mouth, please.
Make sure he is properly disarmed.
Yep. You do. You start finding all sorts of stuff. He's got 2 daggers on him. He's got 2 sets of sais on him. He had a blowpipe, which you're not even sure, but you've heard of a blowpipe. He had multiple different weird things that kind of look like what you've heard to be referred to as shuriken, but they're not. They have 3 points instead of 6. So it's all sorts of odd chemicals
Yeah,
all on him. And you do find a set of vials as they're pulling all of his equipment off him. They find a set of vials.
Just Devin, being a pretender, it is known that those who wield poisons would have anti-poisons. May I inspect it, for I am a tailor?
The guards look at you. Please recover your strength, Bayushi-san.
It's not that bad, actually.
39.
Okay.
Thank
So
you, Mike. That's lovely.
it is as you pull it out, you actually feel your tattoos starting to heat and fight the poison as it's being pulled into your mouth. It's actually burning the insides. It's starting to melt the insides of your cheeks. You feel it in between your teeth as it's melting around your gums. But the strength of your honor, your need to keep this person safe, allows you to push through the pain and fight through the pain as you suck out every last bit of this poison, spitting it out as you go. And there are several of the guards and the courtiers that are watching you with increasing trepidation as just and the sheer amount that was on there of this clear, viscous but boiling liquid that is actually melting the stone while you're pulling it into your mouth. And finally, whenever you can't take it anymore, you collapse backwards, and Kitsuki catches you, and immediately calls out for a healer. Now! Immediately, now! We need a Shugenja!
Let me cauterize.
Yeah, and
Help me.
And she leans you forward as you breathe out. And another hand holds you from the opposite side. And Kakito Gosha leans forward. A gift of breath, my friend. You can do this. Breathe through it.
I
As
just
the
say,
old man from the road.
I just say, I am the dragon.
And as you breathe fire out on the wound and you pass out, the last thing you hear is more calls for healers as you pass out. So,
Very honorable.
yeah.
Much honor to be had.
Much honor to be had.
It is much later in the day when you are woken. It is in almost the evening of that day. You are woken, and sitting there is Kitsuki, is all of your allies. You feel around and you feel that the inside of your mouth is all scarred. But nothing, there's no open boils, there's no blisters. And there's several bowls of water on all sides of you. And you feel the water kami playing around your face as they're like soothing it, but also poking at it. And as they're pulled away from your face and put back into their bowls of water. Shizuka is there. Shiba is there. Dakyo is there. And Kitsuki's there. You're awake, she says.
Tojiu cow.
Alive. And there's a slight tear to her eye, but she masks it with her fan. Thank you.
Where's Akoto-san?
There.
You all right?
I should be asking that of you, my good friend.
I'm simply asking of you because we have a match to finish.
Oh. I don't think the match is going to matter at this point. I don't think it's fair.
I do.
I do believe that there is a match that does need to be finished. It may not matter to Wakao. You've already saved him. It may not matter to myself because you have already proven your good nature and your dedication to the Empire, but the people need it. You'll come to learn that. I have served the people for an entire year, and regardless of whichever one of you wins, I think the Empire will gain a beautiful Topaz champion. Yep.
Did my scorpion guy die?
Your scorpion guy, unfortunately, did die.
Damn it.
Yes. Yeah. Denbei died.
We should have to make a...
There's no...
The following day... As the
there aren't
following
ceremonies
day...
for scorpion.
Okay.
No. There are no ceremonies for Scorpion.
We can drink fondly of him.
You don't do that.
Damn it.
No one will remember us when we're gone. That's the point.
However, you are gifted his kimono, and you are gifted his wakizashi to return to the Scorpion lands. And the following day dawns. Yourself, Dakyo, are given a letter of attendance after the match.
Of course I am.
You are also given a letter from the Imperial Seal of Mia after the match as well, to attend after the match.
What does my seal say?
Your seal is from Zerata.
That's very important. That's very important.
So,
I'm gonna get yelled
I'm
at.
the meantime, though...
I'm preparing my apology note to Wakao.
So Sarada's here then.
Sarada is here, yes. Sarada approaches you as the two of you, he comes into, he will be
See the
afterwards.
most cantankerous old scorpion
Yeah.
in the universe.
The two of you walk up to the final bout ring. And, yep.
Is the meeting that I'm requested to after?
After this,
Okay.
yes.
'Cause
And
I
Mia
still have to-
Showan himself walks up to you. Shizuka says, after the events of yesterday, it is our belief that, despite the situation, the judges ruled in your favor that you had the surest strike. And it would be dishonorable to Wakao's strength and the strength of the Empire that betrayal result in not only the loss of possibly one life, but the loss of a champion. And the Empire needs a champion. Whichever one of the two of you it is. You understand? This was not your choice. It was something that was done to you. And these will be the kind of crimes that you will be preventing as a Topaz champion. So, we will continue in the name of glorious Hante the 38th. And the crowd roars.
I just hope someone found went by the art thing, the Sumi board that for the note that I scrolled.
What did you write?
On their match, I wrote no foul play by contestants.
What's right?
No foul play by contestants, because I had a very good thing, and I
Yep.
arted it
Exactly.
on the exact time, and it's just these red sprays in either direction.
So as the two of you are watching this match, a individual sits down next to you. So Sarada-sama wishes you to know that Juriken is being dealt with by Totori-san. He was a former Harrier in the service to, even though he is known as an Iron Warrior, he was put in the service of Sheisen. And he was forgotten after a battle where he was believed to be dead. No one went looking for him. No one went to see whether he was alive. He was kept beyond enemy lines, and from what we understand, it was actually Mantis enemy lines. He was tortured for quite a long time. And unfortunately, Shei-san decided to not recognize him, to not send a rescue party after him.
That part I knew. Is there any way we can get him back from Totori?
Not yet, but we have some ideas. Sarada asks that you speak to him afterwards.
I will try. Is Sarada...
He is here.
Is he disappointed in my performance to this point?
Not at all. You have ensured that Wakao Samas did stay safe. He was poisoned, but your companions ensured that he is alive. You put yourself in contact with the Phoenix contestant, and most importantly, you ensured that Bayushi Denbei did not bring further dishonor to the Scorpion clan. In fact, he tried in his final moments to redeem himself. Sarada-sama wishes you to know that his body will not be carved into the Traitor's Grove. His soul will not forever languish in that place.
That is good. Also, I have to tell Sarada that I have determined the identity of the Scorpion that I was to find within the tournament. Is the young Phoenix contestant would be the best candidate for it.
Very good. Excellent. We'll see you later then. The two of you, as you step up for assessment, you, just because of time, you look at your scroll as you open it up. We'll say that it's a scroll rather than an invite. As the two of them step up for their assessment, you look at your scroll, and it is from Mia Showan. And in light of your actions and the skill that was put on display, Okoro Totori-sama has informed me of your bravery and your skill at arms, and has put forth a request on your behalf for your part in saving the life of the Topaz champion. When your master and yourself deem you are ready for it, you may attend the training of the Sapoon Hidden Guard.
Hey, what?
And learn the first lessons that they have to teach.
Hey, what?
You are allowed to have a advanced school for 1 rank of Sapoon Guard.
Dave's eyes twitching.
Oh, he knows what it is.
He's like, this is for the audience to know.
Yep.
It's like, this is Dave's. No, it's
As Kinsuke, as he's sitting there reading this fucking letter, and it's just he loses balance. It's just,
Does he land on me?
Sure. So, assessment, please, for the two of you.
Good luck.
I have art to do. I have art to calm this.
Art to call. What?
So one more time. One more time. Iaijutsu plus awareness.
Iaijutsu, or awareness plus Iaijutsu with an assessment emphasis if you have it.
She has it.
okay. I've got 2 1s to reroll.
Yeah.
Another 1 to reroll.
Yeah.
And a 10.
Yeah. There you go.
So, okay.
18.
$20.
Okay. Dom, you can get 1 piece of information from Sam. Sam, you can get 2 pieces of information from Dom.
Right. What do you want?
I want to know your Iaijutsu. 4. What?
Because I had enough experience points to raise it up another 1.
You're gonna die.
There's a beheading at the Topaz Championship.
You know all that tough talk I was doing? Not feeling so great about it now. Okay.
So,
She
Yeah?
tied with cow, dude.
Yeah.
She,
what? How many void points do you have left?
4.
4. Okay.
I rested.
Okay. And what is your reflex?
3.
Okay.
So do either of you wish to bow out before this next phase? It is not dishonorable. It is, in fact, honorable to do so. To recognize...
I mean, you're all about honor. I would understand entirely if you bowed out.
there's a reason you don't get into a fight with a lion, dude.
I didn't get into it. I was put into it.
You're going to get mauled.
You won your way here.
I'm not bowing out.
All right.
Not going out.
Alright, so you guys need to make an Iaijutsu void roll, please.
Which I am, like, proficient
I'm
in.
going to add my... I'm going to take a void... I'm going to use a void point.
Okay.
This is my last void point.
I'm going to use 4 void points.
Alright. Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Good call, buddy.
It's my only fucking chance. Okay.
Sorry, did you say you're using all 4 void points?
Yes.
No,
Huh?
you can only use a 1 per roll.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
A lot of one keep one. though.
However, you can use 1. You can add an additional rolled and kept dice. You can... There's a bunch of different things you can do.
We're not exactly going to be rolling damage because we're not
Yeah,
here to
we're
kill
not
each
going to be
other.
rolling damage.
Yeah.
You could lower an opponent's armor TN if you were actually in combat. You could do a number of different things. But for this, it would be a void point for an additional 1 keep 1. Same as she's getting a 1 keep 1.
So for me, it's
Yeah.
5 keep 5 now.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Because now it'll be 7 keep 3.
Jesus!
You have to keep 5 though, dude.
Okay.
And I begin my Sumi art. Be the best art. Explosion. 18.
36.
23. You have first strike?
That's a matter if I can strike. Wait, what'd you say?
23. I only had 7 keep 3.
So I have... sorry, what did I get? What did I say? I said
You
27,
36.
36, and you got...
23.
So you have choice of first strike.
But I also get 2 more TN points? Like,
You do get more, yeah. So 25, you get 10 additional TN. You're TN 30, she's TN 20.
Just getting excited.
This is going to be the best art I've ever done.
I'm going to strike
basically-
first.
Yeah, so basically, the advantage is you know how to strike first. You catch your opponent off balance for that first strike. So you can either take advantage of their lower one, or you can give them the choice to strike you when you have a higher TN. You have a TN 30 right now, she's the TN 20. So you can gain honor, 5 points of honor, by saying, go.
Fuck honor.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So you need to beat 20 to do first blood for her, and Sam, I need you to roll your 30.
I'm going to use my honor roll.
Okay,
Nope.
Sam, do you want to use your honor roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
just
here
double checking.
now.
Yeah.
It's now 7 keeps 7 plus my IE Jutsu.
But it's your honor becomes your whatever your keep
Keeping
status.
it?
So what is your normally your keep stats, your reflexes,
Yeah,
which is 3.
which is 3.
So it's 7,
7.
plus your EI Jutsu of 4, so that's 10.
Yeah.
Because every
that's-
2 becomes a kept dice, but
So
you just
it's
even a 10. It's 10,
10
keeps
keeps
7
7.
for you. To beat his 30, but the fact is, if he beats his, he still strikes you first.
So my honor is 6, so it's
Yep.
6 keep...
Or 7 keep 6 for you, because you have an EI Jutsu rank of 1. So honor plus 1. So 7 keep 6, and you need to beat her 20.
Explosion. Fuck that one. Well, I beat 20.
Okay.
48.
28. 28, hang on. 28 plus 15.
30... 20 plus 13?
28 plus 30, plus 15 is 37. No.
28 plus 13?
28
Yeah.
plus 15
Oh, 20 plus 15, that's 43.
plus 14.
43 plus 14, that's 57.
See, I'm gonna get first strike, but she's gonna cut my head off.
Just clean off.
So-
He's like, tumble.
Both of you move to each other. Your swords gleam in the sunlight. Both of you get a cut across the shoulder, across the chest, and blood falls. And the crowd is waiting with bated breath for the judge's call, because yet another karmic strike has occurred. The judges... 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And the last flag goes up for Tokashi Daishi. And the crowd cheers and roars.
I bet on you, Sam.
No, you didn't.
I bet on you.
As the crowd cheers and the ceremony continues. And you leave because you've
Yeah,
been
there's no
asked.
point to me, too.
Yeah. So, the two of you are given the honor. You, Dom, I need you to...
After the match, I walk over to Shizuka and say, "This wound, the scar which will heal over it, will be the location of my next tattoo to forever commemorate this incredible and, without exaggerating, heart-stopping battle. Thank you."
I already knew you'd win.
What do you mean?
You didn't step down. At which point, it didn't matter. My honor has already been slightly tarnished, regardless. And you saved my opponent. And already, the honor of knowing you as a friend far outweighs anything that I could do in battle. So, I already knew you would win.
I am extremely sorry about the gambling.
So as the tournament concludes, a jeweled crown is placed on your head, Togashi Daishi. Bring your rank to rank 4, please.
I'm bringing down my honor down to 6.
You are offered a 2 things. One was the jade crown, or the topaz crown. The second is a ceremonial wakizashi that is made entirely of beautiful jade, inlaid with precious gems, that you will use for your ceremony in becoming a samurai. Takio, you are not there for them becoming a samurai. You are in a different area of the court.
I'm probably almost out of town, actually.
Yeah, you've almost left it. You've almost left town, and to where Serrano was going to meet you. All the rest of you are sworn in the proper ceremony with the oils and the bows and the requirements to sworn duty. Gifts are given to each of you of your wakizashi. And in front of you, Shizuka, is placed a single letter. It is an invitation to join the Emerald Magistrates should you feel the need. Your skill in arms was very well received.
Devin, doesn't the Emerald Magistrate work for the Emerald Champion?
Yes, it does.
That seat's currently vacated, isn't it?
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like I read a letter saying who might be the next
Oh,
champion.
I don't know. Who knows?
Also-
Yeah.
Along with that letter is a rolled up piece of paper with tied very humbly. You can open it if you wish.
Okay, sure.
And it's a Sumi drawing, painting of your battle.
Oh,
Well, you get one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put it over your mantle or on the fridge, whatever.
I got a cart. This cart, it's called Shiba's art paintings. Just put it up there.
Yeah, I rolled a 27 for that piece of art, and
It's
it's
so beautiful.
fucking nice.
So with
For the
the
fridge.
conclusion of the Topaz tournament, you being invited to join the Hidden Guard, you being invited to join the Emerald Magistrates, and you being given a personal request, to be in attendance for the upcoming Emerald Championships. The Emerald Champion needs to be crowned, and it is important that yourself and Kitsuki will go with you as well, to ensure that you are properly versed in court life.
Oh no, I get to spend time with her.
Oh no.
And
Well, Sam has to go anyway because she's going to be an Emerald Magistrate.
she's going to be an Emerald Magistrate, yes. You are brought to a small inn, Dakyo, out of town. And waiting there is a very elderly man with a patch over his left eye.
Oh, sir.
The document.
He nods his head. Oh, good to see you again.
Sir?
You've done passingly well.
Oh, good. I'm always open to areas of improvement.
Indeed, you should have seen Denbei much earlier. I'm curious as to why you do not find out as much as you can about all the Scorpion contestants when you first stepped into town, but we all have mistakes to learn from, do we not?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. From there, you also found out what you could about, and I appreciate you finding out about the Phoenix contestant. We will do what we can with her. Bring her into our folds when we can. You may even participate in that. But you pleased me enough. Not in everything that I needed to have done, but there are other matters that need your attention.
Yes, sir.
There is an upcoming championship.
The Emerald Championship.
Indeed. Stories are being written, words are being put down on parchment. New things are happening. The story is changing. We were not supposed to have an Emerald Champion die so young, but that is the way of the karmic wheel. and we need to ensure that the new Emerald Champion who is put in place in the proper manner and for the proper reasons. You had a profound effect on Sama. You know?
Bayushi-sama?
As I said,
Bayushi
as I said, you told him that the story needed to change. That our place needed to change. That we could not be villains anymore.
It was a theoretical argument.
It was theoretical, yes. And he gave it some thought. Understand that. Bayushi-sama gave some thought to what you had said. And indeed, we are in a very different place now. We are friends with the Emperor. We are close with the Emperor. Bayushi-sama's wife is his advisor.
Yes, sir.
Bayushi-sama himself is his best friend, aged as he is.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a possibility that we see in that. A possibility that Bayushi-sama sees in that. And he has asked you to help him carry this out.
In what capacity could I possibly supplant the entirety of what Bayushi-sama's?
It is a very simple matter, and he places a scroll in front of you. What do you know about Sotori-san, the younger of the the younger of the two Emerald children? I will help you. He is violent. He is petulant. He is. No, sorry, the elder. The elder. I apologize. That was me.
Yeah, because
Sotori's the elder. Sorry.
No, that's not the part I'm stuck on, Devin.
Yep.
There's only one, because the other one.
There's two. Sotori-sama is violent. He is cruel. His pets have all died. Daishi-san, by comparison, is a good lad. He has learned his lessons. He has understood his place in things. He is, in all ways, what his father believes a good emperor should be. But alas, he is the younger of the two. Primogeniture rules out, does it not?
As is according to Rokugani tradition.
Indeed.
But it is the law that is forged by the Emperor.
It is the law that is forged by the Emperor. But the Emperor sees the flaws with his children. He knows the strengths of Daishi and Sotori, but he also sees, or very recently has come to see, their flaws. Bayushi-sama has ingratiated in the Emperor the problems with the elder child. His Emperor, His Highness agrees. The Empire would be in great pains if Sotori came to power. But we cannot be seen to make such a judgment. We are Scorpion. We are the villains.
We would not be trusted for such a judgment.
Precisely. We would not be trusted with such a judgment, and so the story must be rewritten. And he opens the scroll, and you see a single Mon of the Lion Clan stamped into the bottom right-hand corner. And at the very top is written, "By rule of His Imperial Majesty, Hante the 38th, His Emerald Champion decrees." And then a blank letter. But the Emerald Champion now, he or she can make such a judgment. And should the Emperor continue to ail as he has, he is getting very old. Should the Emperor pass in time, it would be the Emerald Champion who would make such a decree. Would it not?
It would be.
So what Bayushi-sama needs to ensure for you is that the right individual, and he places his hand over the mon on the letter, is in place to become the villain in our story, so that such a decree can ensure that the right imperial child comes to rule.
My lord. Sarada, it's... That person cannot be made a villain.
Why not? The greatest heroes make the greatest and most believable villains because he
Rokugan
believes
needs him.
Rokugan needs a good emperor. Satori will be a vile emperor. And he will see that.
Then it is the best outcome.
We wish for the empire to be strong and just.
If
Our emperor is
you
not
make
long
this
for this
man
world.
a villain, you will condemn Rokugan.
But we will be in control of the child. We will be in control of the emperor. And we will not be blamed because he will be blamed. Bayushi-sama thanks you for your discussion and hopes you understand the brevity with which he gives you this next mission. You'll be given a horse, supplies, and all of the resources which you need to carry out your mission. My student, you will leave at first light in the accompaniment of Daishi-san. Oh, wait. Togashi Daishi-san, now. Our fine Topaz champion.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for this conversation.
Thank you.
And with that,
Dun dun dun.
we close the chapter of the first season of The Legend of the Five Rings.
I know,
long-form
shut the fuck up.
campaign.
You talk about it me in the fucking debrief.
I smell one.
Thank you, Legion.
hint.
Thank you, Legion, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed that. We hope you enjoyed the season, and we look forward to returning to this storyline after I'm married and I actually have a brain for storytelling again.
Yay!
Thank you for all the fine comments you've left so far, and please leave further comments in our Discord, on YouTube, on Facebook, if you want to see more of this in the future, both the long format and L5R returning. Until then, I'm Demon, your storyteller for the evening.
I'm Dave, having played the Kinsuke of the Shiba clan of the Phoenix clan.
I'm Sam, the production manager, playing Hakoto Shizuka. Hopefully, next as to part of the Emerald Magistrate, because that'll be cool.
Yep.
I'm Dom. The luckiest man alive, apparently. Playing Daishi Togashi, the somehow
Topaz champion.
Topaz champion.
And future killer of him.
Get in line! Get in line!
Oh, I'm Mike. I'm playing Bayushi Dakio, and I'm going to do something no one expects, except maybe him.
All right. Thank you very much, Legion. We'll see you soon.
Join us for our debrief!
Yay!